I've already got the question from a couple of you guys on Instagram, and if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, go do that. We have a lot of fun over there. It's just brothers_on_wheels. Hopefully I can make that happen on the screen. But got a question from a couple of you guys. Hey, you know, 2018 Mustang coming out. Yours is a couple years old now. Are you going to be getting rid of it for a 2018? That's something I was like, well, you know, I haven't really touched the 2018 a whole lot or given really anybody my opinion on it. So here's that opinion time. So before we get into pricing and, you know, optioning the car that I would want out and seeing, you know, financially if it's a stupid or a smart idea, let's get into just what I think about the car. So visually, I'm not sold on it. The back I like what they do with the taillights. I like that it has quad tips now. I like what the performance pack gives you, the kind of pedestal spoiler. I like that. I love the interior. Even if I didn't get rid of my car, I would hope that, because everybody retrofits everything on a Mustang, I would hope they would be able to retrofit that digital gauge cluster. It might be, you know, probably super impractical and very expensive, but that's the one thing. I'm nerdy like that, so that's something that I think is really cool. But I don't know, the front of the car is where I just don't fall in love with it. My beef with it is, you know, 2 years in, 2018, Ford had to do a refresh on the Mustang. And I think that's the problem with it. I feel like they didn't change the face because this car was ugly. Now, when they changed from 2012 to 2013, I feel like that was a well-deserved refresh, you know. Everybody liked the GT500 nose, so it kind of made sense for Ford to put that front end. I know it pissed a few people off, but it really did make sense for Ford to put that GT500 style nose on the 13 and up cars. I feel like that really made a difference. For this, I don't know. I just don't think that Ford did it because everybody wanted it and they needed to do it. I feel like, and track with me on this, I feel like Ford changed the front end simply because they had to, because it was a refresh. I don't think they really needed to, and so that's why I don't think I like it very much, because it wasn't a change out of necessity, it was a change out of a shoulder shrug. It was like, we kind of have to, so let's go ahead and redesign it. And so, I mean, maybe once I see it in person, I'm sure my opinion might change, but as of right now, I like that 15 to 17 front nose better. So I'm not 100% sold on the looks just yet. Like I said, I want to see them in person once they hit the dealerships, and then we'll go from there. So power-wise, I like what they did. I know they reworked apparently they reworked the whole 5-liter, so now it's port and direct injection, and it's got a couple other goodies that I'm not smart enough to comprehend. But bottom line, 460 horsepower, and I think it's 420 pounds of torque now, which is a good bump. It's what the car definitely needed. Don't know if it was enough of a bump to compete with the competition. It might be. I don't feel like that's enough for that car. I mean, I've driven a 1SS Camaro, and a 1SS compared to the, you know, the base GT Mustang, I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Personally, I still think the Camaro is going to be a lot faster. It's just a much better performing car. You know, I know there was a lot of rumors floating around that the Mustang could get, you know, 470, 480, 490, and if it had that, then I think it would put the Mustang in a different class, but then I think just base cars are getting way too fast at that point. And they couldn't have done it. Base level Mustangs cannot come with 500 horsepower. I think that's the whole reason why they did it. But I like what they did. I'm sure it's going to feel a lot better. But I don't know, performance-wise, I don't know if it's quite where it needs to be to compete. I feel like they bumped it up just because, well, that's what they've done every other, you know, refresh, is just bump it up a little bit. The suspension, very cool. I like MagneRide. Now that I've actually driven a car with magnetic ride, it's cool. I don't know if I need it, but it's a cool option to have for the people that do need it. So, again, not something super dire and important, but a cool option to have for the people that do care about having that dual comfort sport level, you know, where they want, you know, more of a sports car, more firm ride. They can have that option. If they want just a more comfortable around town cruiser, they have that option too. So I like that Ford dealt that in, and I like that Ford dealt that in just the Mustang too. You don't have to have a specific upgrade vehicle like a 1LE in order to get the magnetic ride. You might not have to. You might be able to get magnetic ride in an SS. I could be talking out my rear, so correct me if I'm wrong. So let's pull over up here in this parking lot. I'll whip out my phone, and we're gonna spec out the exact car I would buy. I'm not gonna be crazy and wild and, you know, price it to the moon just to prove a point. because I've done this before, so I know how expensive these cars are already. We're just gonna price out the exact car that I would buy. So we'll go do that now. Alrighty, boys and girls. So we're on Ford's website, and before we even go in and we make my, you know, whatever dream Mustang, you know, ideal Mustang, whatever you want to call it, let's go ahead and then just see, I have it pulled up here, how much my exact car would cost if I bought a 2018. So for any of you guys that might be new to this channel, this is a 2016 GT bone stock bare, not stock anymore, but it's base model GT. I don't want to chat with the representative, shut up. But I bought it brand new in 2016. I bought it in May of 2016 with 11 miles on it, and I guess just transparency with you guys here. I probably got a really good deal on it, at least I feel like I did. I paid $28,500 for it, and then I think I financed a little over 30 out the door. So that's kind of ballpark where what I paid for this car. So if I were to buy my exact car right now in 2018, base price here $35,995, and I'm assuming that's before destination, tax, title, license. So you know, you add all that onto it, I mean 38 grand almost for my exact car. So for my exact car in 2018, it's an extra $10,000. No, just to each their own. If you love the 2018, more power to you. I think it's going to be a really cool car. But man, just the way my brain works, I just don't see that almost $10,000 price jump being worth. I just don't think it's that much more car. You know, I mean, you know, for $10,000, all you're really paying for is, because this is the base car, so this is the regular gauges. I don't even get the cool gauges. I don't get the active exhaust. I don't get the MagnaRide. I don't get the performance pack. You know, this is a 6-speed. I don't get the cool transmission. So for that extra money, all I'm getting is 25 horsepower, 20 pounds of torque, and a facelift that I don't even like. So yeah, just on that note, we're gonna have to go with no, so you kind of see where this video is going. So now that that's done, let's open up a new page here, and let's build the car that I would want. What's going on, guys? Welcome to my room, and start my little rosy red cheeks. I took a shower. But when I filmed this video earlier today, I was under the impression, and I guess I just didn't do enough homework, that you could take a regular Mustang and you could add all the packages you needed to add into it to get kind of the things that I wanted. And that put my price for the car right around 44 grand, which I thought was a little high, but you know, obviously I would never pay it, but it wasn't right. To get the packages I want, you actually have to start with the GT Premium, which is a lot more, which kind of makes me a little angry the way Ford has kind of done the packaging. So let me flip the camera around and let me show you guys what the actual price of my, like I say, quote-unquote perfect Mustang would be if I were to go buy one brand new and, you know, price it out and stuff. So let me show this to you guys right now. Alright guys, so here's Ford's website. So you get your three choices right here: fastback, convertible. No one's ever going to do that. And the Shelby. Maybe one day. Okay, so we go fastback, and what I thought you could just do is go with the GT fastback and you would be good to go. That's the car you could make, and you could do whatever you want with that and kind of just add the little things as you want them. But that's not true, because really, if I were to buy an 18, because the biggest thing I really kind of want, just because I'm a nerd, is that all new digital gauge cluster, because I think that thing's really, really cool. So in order to even get that, just forget about this car entirely, forget about this $35,000 price tag, and you got to jump up to the $39,000 price tag with the premium. So let's start there. So okay, so already we're at $39,995, so we're $40,000 for a Mustang before I even choose one thing. So a little high. So okay, cool. So let's see what color. I want it to be Kona blue, because my last Mustang was Kona blue and I like that color. That looks good. Let's see, tape stripe, we don't need any of that. We don't need a painted black roof. We don't, we'll put racing stripes on it later. Yep, 5 liter, get me some of that. You guys a little blurry. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Yeah, so 5 liter, get me some of that. 10 speed's probably cool. Don't think I really want it that much. Let's go with a 6 speed. Keep it cheap. That'll work. Let's see what else we got in here. So here's where you choose the package you want. So 400A, that's what base comes with the car. It gets you kind of the big center screen and blah, everything that comes with that. What you want is the 401A package. So boom, let's click on that real quick. So 401A gets you, yeah, 12-inch LCD digital instrument cluster with my color, heated steering wheel, and it's Texas, we don't need that. Premier trim with color accent group, super fancy, aluminum instrument panel, okay, sync, all of them come with that. Voice activated touchscreen nav with Sirius XM travel, who cares? So basically you're paying $2,200 for the gauges and then some other things that you don't really need. So exterior, I don't need a black accent package, that's really whatever. Enhanced security package, I work out, there's my security package. So performance package, which is I believe about $1,000 more than it used to be, so now you're paying 4,000 extra doll hairs for the performance pack, but I want that, so let's do it. Hey, it's a good looking Mustang we're building now, boys and girls. Let's see, active exhaust, I'm not gonna need that because I'll end up probably putting an exhaust on it anyways. Blind spot monitoring, never had it before, never, blindly hit anybody. Magnaride, I do some track stuff, let's go for some of that. Performance wing comes with that. Don't care about that. Reverse sensor, blah blah blah. Spoiler deletes, bare wheel, wheel locking, 373 is good. I like these wheels. Blah blah blah. Just black interior is fine. Let's see, carbon sport interior. Nah, don't need any of that. Safe and smart. I'm neither of those things, so we're not going to choose it. Active anti-theft, no. Adaptive cruise control, no. I adapt just fine when I cruise. Let's see, memory driver seat, nope, I'm the only one that's going to drive it. Shaker audio system, let's go for some of that. I like a big stereo in my car. Not, wait. Gotta add the single whatever. Screw it. Let's do it. Sync 3, blah 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 blah. This is just different colors that I don't need. Okay, cool. So what I originally thought was going to be about $43,000 for this car the way I want it is really, if we can turn this up a little bit, 48 grand. So there we go. Tax, title, license. I'm now driving a $50,000 Mustang because Ford wants to charge me 50 grand now. So anyways, that's all I got for that one, so I'll send it back to me earlier in the day in the car. So, $43,000 is the car that I came up with. I've seen that you can option these things up to the frickin' moon, though. I mean, let's hear. I mean, we're not gonna do it because you guys, I'm sure everybody's seen a post on Instagram or Facebook, someone that did it. But I mean, for what I've seen, if you go for an optioned out 100% top of the line Mustang, you can do it for about $54,000. Let that sink in for a hot second. And then, now I know there's premiums on this car, but then the base MSRP for a new GT350 is $56 and a bit. So $2,500 is what's separating you from a top-of-the-line Mustang GT and a Shelby GT350. Let that sit for a second because that's two very different cars. I know a lot of you guys are sitting here going, dude, quit dogging on the new car. It's going to be really cool. And you're right. It is going to be a very cool car. I like what Ford did with some of the new technology they threw into it. It's cool what you can kind of get in just a Mustang now. A few years ago, some of these things like magnetic ride and, electronic gauges and active exhaust could only be found in, a lot more expensive cars. So it is cool that some of these really cool features are starting to trickle down to normal people cars too. But my problem isn't with the Mustang. I think it's going to be a great performer. I think it's going to look good. I think it's going to sound good. I think it's going to be a great car. My problem is more so with Ford and the price. Now I know when you start adding some more expensive things and options, a car is going to get more expensive, and I guess I shouldn't be complaining too much about options when you take somebody like Porsche, who can take a $60,000, $70,000 car and you can add $60,000, $70,000 worth of options to that car. So I guess Ford's not that bad in that sense. But my issue is the depreciation. So I mean, every car depreciates, and if you guys watch my videos, you know, you guys know RP from RP Productions, and him and I were talking last night about this, and unless you have, you know, a special car, unless you have a Shelby, you know, a ZL1, a 1LE, you know, kind of like that next tier car, then just the drop off on depreciation is just freaking huge. And that's my big concern with this car, is that all these people that are gonna go pay high 40s to $50,000 for this Mustang, they're gonna lose their butts, because, you know, I've watched the, you know, Mustang market a lot. That's all I've ever owned is Mustangs, and so I know how much they go for. And in 3-4 years time, they're all gonna be $25,000, like every other Coyote Mustang on the market. And you know, and that's fine. You know, I'm like, if I paid $28,000 for my car, even if you paid, you know, 30 to low 30s, and, you know, in a few years it's worth 25, that's fine. But I mean, if you're buying a brand new car that's $50,000, and in a couple years time you're gonna lose half of that, that's gonna suck, and it's gonna piss a lot of people off. I mean, it might not happen. This car could be just, you know, God's next gift to the earth, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. Okay, guys, so if the tone of this video was any indicator, I will not be getting rid of this car. I love this car so stinking much. It makes me so happy every day. You know, I've never really had a car that genuinely makes me smile every time I get in it and go somewhere. So nope. Old Girl's gonna stay around for a little bit longer. Plus, I'm super content with this car. I don't need anything else that this car doesn't offer, and I'm in love with it still. Plus, it's not worth anything anymore. I did the blue book on it the other day, and it's not good. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching this video, and let me know what you guys think. I want to know if you guys think I'm, you know, kind of, you know, too far off with my opinion, and let me know what you guys think. If you're getting a new Mustang, let me know what you know, what you're getting and what your plan is for it. And past that, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.